you can't make mistakes. But the choices you make could get yourself and everyone under your command killed.
I'm doing a series on Instagram called Journalist Legs.
That's a great shot. That's a great shot.
So it may or may not make the cut. but I
Okay.
just like to have
How am I doing so far, though?
it. Good.
This is
Give me
great.
some credit on this fucking thing because I think this is gonna go big. And I
Okay.
just want to make
All
sure
right.
that
I
I
will.
appreciate
Here
it.
we go. From Cleveland, eh?
Yeah,
Cool,
yeah,
cool. I have
thank you.
relatives there.
Oh, you do? Where?
Sagamore Hills.
Very cool. There's this scene in the first movie where Kirk is learning about his father for the first time, and Pike says, "I dare you to do better." And with the sequel here, I kind of feel like that's what you guys were embracing.
That's cool.
Yeah, JJ and company, I think, wanted to go bigger and better, and the scope and size of this certainly visually is that. But I also think with the character drama that is the foundation of it, they really wanted to explore the flip side of these characters. So for Kirk, who was so self-assured in the first, is now filled with self-doubt, and Spock is dealing with a lot of his human emotion.
Yeah, Zachary, we see a lot of that emotion in this movie.
Yeah.
New emotion from Spock. For you as an actor, how do you get into the headspace of being, like, and especially when you're getting emotional and you're being sad, how do you get in that headspace of, being able to shed a tear on command?
Oh, I think every actor is different in that regard, and some can just do it, and others require, certain kinds of preparations. But that's where technique comes into play. And for me, it's about I utilize music a lot. That's something that really is helpful and transformative, interpretive, gestural work. Ping pong. It's just everybody's got their different way.
Crochet.
I crochet and then I weep.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
That'll do it.
It's crazy
Every
how
single
crocheting
time.
makes me weep like a
Yeah,
baby.
me too.
That just went viral.
There's a lot of talk about the makeup that you wear in the movie, but I don't think there's as much talk about the fact that you don't have eyebrows for a good portion of the year. What is life like without eyebrows?
It's unfortunate, man. It's not my favorite part of playing the character, but I understand it's an essential part of playing the character. So I just have to roll with it, because what choice do I have, right? I wear a lot of glasses and hats.
like low-brimmed hats.
Yeah,
Do
big
you, do you ever
frame.
paint them on?
No, when I first did the first movie, actually the makeup department made me eyebrow merkins. So I actually had eyebrow glue on eyebrow wigs, and I did that. I did. Mindy made them for me,
That
and
is
I
funny.
and I wore them for a photo shoot. Actually, I'm sure
What
that
if
picture's
just
out
half
there
of it was
somewhere.
super bushy and red?
It pretty much was. It was really not a good look.
really
So
funny.
I did that once, and then I was like, no more. So then I just got, and now I just embrace it, because I feel like there are worse things that I could have to endure, and obviously I'm not challenged
Right.
in that regrowth
Very nice
situation
eyebrows.
so
Your
far.
glasses
Thank
are
you.
incredible at somehow.
Yeah,
the shape of them.
they literally lay
Yeah.
right over these. I have
pretty
this one
great.
pair of glasses that works pretty well, so it's good.
I request permission to go after him. I cannot allow you to do this.
Jim, you're not actually going after this guy, are you?
Let's go get this son of a bitch.
You seem like such a nice person, but in the film,
But underneath, I'm evil.
in the film, you're so evil. And I know there's a lot going on in a movie set.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things going on at any point in time.
Yeah.
Did you have to kind of remove yourself from that to get in the headspace of this character?
You're a smart man. Yes, I really did, because it was an incredibly fun set to be on and a great bunch of people to work with. So there were moments where I thought, these are my adversaries and I'm trying to square up to them. And I did. I just had to take my chair just a little bit further away from the fun crowd. And that was almost as hard as it got, because what an incredible experience it was to be in this and work on this. And if that was a hard day at the office, then that's saying something. But yeah, it meant a bit to me to be able to just close off, and especially in those brig scenes, it was important to just remember that I was the other side of the glass from these characters.
Speaking of it being a fun set, I heard that you got pranked on set with
Hugely.
a neutron cream.
Yeah, you heard right. Chris Pine and Simon Pegg, the bastards that they are, basically convinced someone who's played Stephen Hawking, Oppenheimer, and Joseph Hooker, admittedly a botanist, but still a very smart man, into putting dots of Nivea on his face, thinking it would stave off any kind of radiation from the set we were on, which was Star Trek itself. I mean, to be fair to me, I was in the right environment to be gulled, because it was extraordinary. This place is will be, I'm sure. It's a question of when and not if. At NIF, as I like to say, the National Ignition Facility, they're trying to create endless energy with only the byproduct of water, and it's extraordinary. You walk around this place and it is from the future.
So were you wearing this cream during any of the scenes? Like,
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. The makeup artists, even though they colluded with them and felt mortified afterwards and thought that they'd lost my love forever, but they hadn't at all, they had to smooth the cream in at the points where I was in character and actually doing my stuff in front of camera. But no, it was great, and it was such a mark of, you know, the love we all had for each other, that they felt they could do that, and that they know I take it in good sport. And I did. I really enjoyed it. It was fun to be part of it. Quite creepy though, the level of kind of Truman Show collusion going on. Like the burliest man on set, the grip behind the camera, pushing the dolly. You know, he'd get up and every now and again he'd shake off the neutrons like a real man does. And when he did it, I thought, right, that's my signal to trust that this is real. You know, yeah.
have you been introduced to the internet meme of the otters?
Yeah, isn't this great?
Isn't that? So very talented otters here.
Very talented. Although I would have to, you know, the one, there's a massive continuity error here, which is, you can see the otter top left is steepling his hands/paws in the correct Holmes position of being under the chin. I have another screen grab of me in characters Sherlock Holmes, and it's in front of my face.
Yes, that is correct.
You know, to be honest, you know, they could do better.
How did you first find out about this?
A friend on set just thrust it in my face on their iPhone, and it was very funny. I mean, it's hysterical.
I mean, they're very talented
who
otters.
Who knew that, you know, a wet amphibious creature could bear such a resemblance to the #1 consulting detective? But there you go. You got it. It's evidence.
Before we wrap things up here, how much can you say about your character?
Witty. I can say that he is a terrorist, and he's homegrown, and he is the most extraordinarily complex and diverse character, because it's not just a question of him being a bad guy. He does things with a real moral purpose and certainty, which I think is hopefully what makes him very chilling. And, you know, there's a real flip side to the same coin in the sense that he's very similar to Kirk. You know, there's a real shadow play going on with that character. They both have people in a family that they've adopted to be loyal to, and that's all I can say about it.
You can't even guarantee the safety of your own crew. Now, shall we begin?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, huge fan of yours.
Oh, very
thank you for making such a great film.
Oh, thank you. Smart suit.
Thank you very much. Thank you. JJ, congratulations on the
thank
film.
you very much.
There's this great scene in the first movie where Kirk is learning about his father, and Pike tells him, "I dare you to do better."
Yes, sir.
Is that kind of your idea with the sequel here?
You know what? It sort of was. This movie needed to be a bigger, better, deeper, more emotional thing. And it was really meant as a standalone movie, meaning you don't need to have seen the first film, you don't need to have seen the original series. It was meant just for moviegoers. If you're a fan, or if you've seen the first film we did, you'll be rewarded, you know, with references in the film. But yeah, we needed to make this movie a more impactful experience.
And you certainly did so.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
With any reboot, there's always the doubters out there. There's always people who are saying, "Why are you doing this? You shouldn't be doing this."
Right.
When they first heard that you were doing Star Trek, what was the most ludicrous thing you heard?
Oh man, I probably couldn't repeat it, but I would say that I completely understand. I mean, if I'm a fan of something, the idea of anyone else coming in and sort of messing with it, people, you know, really are proprietary over the things that they love, and that's not a bad thing. We are very lucky, and most of the fans that we have seen anecdotally have really embraced the world of Star Trek that we have tried to bring to them. But look, you can't do, you know, a movie for everyone. You can't please everyone. So I'm sorry if you didn't like the original film. I'm sorry if you don't like this one. But I do feel like most of the fans, who are very vocal, appreciate that, you know, where Star Trek was before we made our last film, and are willing to boldly go where, you know, they haven't come before.
I like how you work that in.
Well,
I love the lens flares in all of your films.
Oh, I apologize for that.
No, they're incredible.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, is there any symbolism? Are you putting them in for any symbolic reason, or are you just putting them in
Honestly,
artistically?
it is this aesthetic choice that often in the editing room I think, you know, I went too far there, and I swear there are moments where I'm like, you know what, I gotta just find a 12-step program for lens flares. But I do love the way it looks, and I feel like there's something that just special about the way the light interacts with certain lenses. But I do know also that there's a certain place where you got to say, look, chill out.
I kind of wish that this interview had lens flares.
You know what? If you gave me a flashlight, we could probably do it.
Oh, don't tease me. Don't tempt me. What have you learned from Star Trek that you think you can now apply to Star Wars when you take that on?
There's not a specific thing, but I would say that every time you work on a project, you remember, oh yeah, that's an important thing that I had sort of dropped along the way. And so you're always trying to like balance the things that you feel and the things that you know. But every project has its own challenges, and so we're just going into this, obviously trying to just make the story as powerful as it can be and start from there.
I know that when I found out that you got Star Wars, I was like, yes, this is going to be amazing.
Oh, thank you. You're the one. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm the only one. What was it like when you got that phone call? When you finally agreed, like, let's do this?
It's a very surreal thing. I mean, I got to say, the idea of working on something that, as a kid, was so meaningful to me and my friends, it's very surreal. But I take the responsibility seriously, and I want to make sure that we're honoring the fans of that franchise as we're trying to honor the fans of Star Trek.
I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I only know what I can do.
The ship's dead, sir. She's gone.
In the film, you speak Klingon.
Yes.
I think the fans are going to be so excited when they see this.
You think so? I really hope that they approve. It's important for me.
Like, did you have to spend a lot of time working on the dialect to get it correct?
I think it was like 2 weeks, but it wasn't consistently and very strict. We had just 3 pages of dialogue. The scene was very small, and the communication that we're supposed to have. And for some reason, I think I stressed it out so much on the weeks mounting up to finally shooting that scene that when I started to rehearse it, I got it. It was so, I'm like, oh my God, I can speak Klingon. This is insane.
You did it with such conviction, too.
Thank you.
You know what's going to happen now? You're going to be at
What?
Comic-Con, and people are going to come up to you and think they can have a conversation
And I'm
in
gonna be like
Klingon.
this. What? What? So I better get my Klingon before I go to what do you call it? A convention.
Any of those conventions, really.
Yes.
No, she's not.
No ship should go down without her captain.
I believe in you, Jim.